Happy Monday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
There were some big topics we covered today. First of all, Emma Gillespie's on the show.
Yep.
We're discussing the latest allegations against Jimmy Fallon that he has a toxic workplace. Mm-hmm. He's a busy man. He's got to do that show under a lot of pressure every night. But a number of his employees, current and former, have come out to say the workplace was horrific.
Well, we see the same thing happening here, one wonders.
I said it was a successful show and they're under some pressure.
Lawrence Mooney joined us. Always great to see the Moon Man. You wet your pants over the weekend?
Oh, I have a problem with codes on toilets. Mm-hmm. Give me a key, please.
What about if it's attached to a giant Besser block?
I don't care. I'd rather that than learn a code that's 4 digits long with a letter in front.
What about the Besser block says something like, I'm off to the Borry house?
I don't care. I'd rather that than you attach it to a toilet roll. That's better than risking wetting your pants trying to remember a code.
Over the weekend, Martin Short went viral. Why?
Well, I thought, don't tell me he's died. People saying lovely things about him. An opinion piece has been written saying that he's not funny, and people have just piled on. So we're giving you a chance to tell us your unpopular opinions about anything. And in light of the character references that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis wrote for Danny Masterson, their colleague on that 70s show, we put to the pub test character references for someone who's been accused of a serious crime. How do you feel about that?
That's all coming up on our podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it you can't face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am okay.
I got a lot of texts from people saying you're going to give it to Jonesy for Roosters winning. But it was such
I get the prizes.
It was such a brutal game that there's no gloat in it. I was so thrilled for the Roosters, but it was such a tough contest that there's no pleasure in seeing the Sharks go.
There was a point when the clock was just going backwards. I went, oh, come on. There was a strange inevitability to it. I'm glad that's why I didn't make any sort of foolish bet with you. Remember last time?
Well, I was anxious. Why would I make a bet? I had no confidence.
Remember last time?
Yeah.
Exhibit A?
He's holding up a photo of him dressed in the Roosters mascot outfit. And you had to wear that to a game at Shark Park.
Yeah.
I think the Sharks won that night, didn't they?
They did win that night. Remember we saw Sonny Bill Williams in the tunnel?
That's right.
And I was wearing that outfit.
Yeah, that's right. This outfit that Jonesy's wearing here, it has got these false muscles. It should look like a giant
I'd like to think I filled it quite well.
But we looked at Sonny Bill and he dwarfed you.
And he came out without his shirt on. He goes, hey, sis, hey, bro.
Yeah.
And he's there. Yeah. And I thought, my
and
God.
You were half the size of him and you were dressed as the mascot.
What a spectacular specimen you are.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great football on the weekend.
Oh, on that
Melbourne
game.
and the Broncos. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. And
poor old Pappenhausen.
Oh.
God, man.
It was like everyone needed a giant Radox bath,
Yep.
even the people watching at home. And then what about that game yesterday?
That was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But I just want to go back to Panthers and the Warriors. What about that? There was a point when Nathan Cleary, it was like he was in the Matrix.
I didn't see that game. What happened?
He did a bit of a show and go and then ran through everyone and got a try. And I thought the Sharks and the Roosters could have taken on Penrith and I reckon they would have lost.
Right.
So my lock, Penrith are going to do it again.
Really?
All day. That side is just too good. And Jerome Luai is sitting on the sideline and he's one of their star players and they still walked over the Warriors and the Warriors are a good side.
Oh, well, the other games, though, were so tight. What about the one yesterday? The Raiders? And the Knights.
I think I'm on the Newey
I am
bandwagon.
too. And it's because, my son's living there at the moment, so it gave me someone to cheer for. But it's funny, when the game's like that, you suddenly realise who you do want to win.
Yeah.
The mixed fortunes of it was extraordinary.
But Kalen Ponga, did you see him? He bonked his head again. And he can't be doing that too often.
And what about Jack Whiten and the bite?
Yeah.
I saw a tweet yesterday that made me laugh. Jack Whiten is making the most of his teeth before they all get surgically removed because when he arrives at Souths. Someone should do an ad campaign about him whitening his teeth. Jack
Whitening. That is great.
Yeah.
We have an action-packed show for you today. Emma Gillespie's going to be swinging by. We're going to talk about Jimmy Fallon.
That's right. Toxic workplace.
What is it? Is that just everyone just doing the pile-on?
That's what I'd like to drill down on. I don't know.
Because did you find Gemini Rye?
What?
Good morning. Good morning, mate. I know Monday doesn't agree with you. But do you find this place a toxic workplace?
Well, yeah, because I have to get up early, so...
Sure. You have to get up early and do your work.
But people work at those places and then a few years later go, oh, yeah, he turned up drunk once. Or imagine if you had to say that about Jonesy.
Oh,
but, you know, all this stuff but that's what's coming out about Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Is the workplace toxic or are people doing the pile-on? Let's discuss.
Also coming up, Instagram makes its return. And today you can live like Gem Y. Wright.
That's right.
He's got too much stuff. That's why you're a little bit cranky. Is that why you got a little cranky face?
We're going to be giving it away.
You're giving all my stuff away.
Yeah. Mum, they're giving my stuff away.
And we've got a great way that you can win Gem Y. Wright's stuff.
All right, let's start, though, with the Magnificent Seven. Here's question number 1. Sonnet, limerick, acrostic, are all types of what?
Why don't you call us to play the Magnificent Seven?
Jam Nation.
We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I've been down at the Rooster Sheds putting the Radox in their baths, and I can tell you they'll be ready to take on the storm.
What pep did you give the Roosters?
I said, guys, win.
Okay.
No one ever talks to them like that, and I think it'll make all the difference.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah.
The great super coaches, Wayne Bennett, would probably think of it.
Why didn't anyone tell me that's what I could have said?
Just tell them, why don't you win?
Why don't you win?
Graham's in South Penrith.
Hi, Graham.
G'day, guys. How are you today?
Great. You'd have to be you're a Penrith supporter, surely.
Oh, yeah, they're probably my first or second team.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm a Manly supporter, but I do like to see Penrith win.
Wow. Them playing on the weekend, they were just great. They are just a great side.
Question 1 for you here, Graham. Sonnet, limerick, acrostic, types of what?
Poems.
Is an acrostic the one like...
that's the one...
like for Mother's Day, you'd write the word mother, and then the M would be martyr. O, oddball. T, terrifying.
Yeah.
They're the ones I'd get on Mother's
That's
Day.
why, usually it's people in prison write them.
Oh, nice.
They do. They write them out to, people like you. Question 2. What is the name given to the fictional yellow creatures that appear in the Despicable Me franchise?
I like how these ones are fictional because all the other ones like Gru are real.
Minions.
They're little minions. Let's play the not-so-secret sound with you, Graham. Duh. What's this sound?
Wow.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know.
No need to apologise, Graham. It's okay not to know.
That's question 3.
Do you think Tanya should have a go at this?
All right.
Tanya?
Hi, Tanya. Do you want to hear it again?
Yes, please.
Here it is.
Any ideas there, Tanya?
Is it money coming out of an ATM machine?
No, it's not.
Coins?
No, it's not. Well, this when we say it's the not-so-secret sound, you don't have to drill too deep for this
I
one.
don't want to be a picky pants, Tanya, but it's not ATM machine because that would be automatic teller machine.
You know, Brendan, when you get the English language right, you come and talk to us.
Just saying.
Not-so-secret sound, what is that sound?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We right now are into the Magnificent Seven. We find Craig in Windsor.
Hi, Craig.
How you going?
Very well. We're up to question number 3, which is the not-so-secret sound. Duh. What's this? Oh, well, we've made it easier by adding a bit on the end. What's that?
A cocktail shaker?
Yes,
There it is. How many kids does Mick Jagger have? Is it A, 4, B, 8, or C, 12, Craig?
4, 8 or 12 kids?
8.
Yes, he does have 8.
He's got 8. Can you name them?
Wouldn't have a clue.
I'll lead you through the names.
You've got a lot in common with Mick.
Caris, Jade, Elizabeth James, Georgia May, Lucas, Gabrielle, and Devereaux.
Devereaux. He sounds like a villain.
Does, doesn't he?
Devereaux.
Question 5. The Asahi palm is native to which continent? You know, I always thought it was Acai, A-C-A-I, with some umlauts and things around it. Not umlauts, but
it's that fancy
accents.
foreign speak.
Yeah. The palm is native to which continent?
Asia.
No, it's not.
Brendan is in Woi Woi.
Hi, Brendan.
Hey guys, how you going?
Very well. The Asahi palm, native to which continent?
South America?
Yes, it is. Particularly around Brazil, we find that.
The light rail which travels through the city are coloured white and what?
Blue?
No, it's not blue.
Perhaps they're not hard to miss because you can walk as fast as they go. Steve's in Bondi.
Hello, Steve.
How you going?
Very well. The light rail that goes through the city, what colour is it? White and...
Red?
Red.
Yeah. Which tech billionaire has a child named Techno Mechanicus?
Beautiful.
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk, that's it.
So he's had another child with Grimes.
Yeah, so with Grimes, his partner Grimes, he's got, I'm not making this up, he's got a child called X.
Yep.
That's the shortening of the name that they call it X. Another one called Y.
Yep.
A third one called Chromosome. No, it's called Techno Mechanicus.
Does he ever say, get inside the house and make it an equation?
Well, I'm sure he would.
Congratulations to you, Steve. It's all coming your way. You've got the Jam Pack, a family pass to the Hunter Valley Wildlife Park. Get $30 off family tickets online, by the way. 2 tickets to the West Gold Cake and Bake Sweet Show.
Ooh.
Taste, discover and shop on the 22nd to the 24th of September at Sydney Showground. And Jonesy made a coach to choose for the colour and some Staedtler pencils. Steve, is there anything you'd like to add to this?
Thanks very much.
Steve, you're welcome.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Bingo, bango, ready to go?
So ready to go.
Okay, let's do it.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1986, Peter Gabriel released his song Sledgehammer.
Oh, I love it.
This was Peter's first #1 single since his departure from Genesis. Pete copped a lot of backlash after his release of the song, only because people were sniffing out similarities between himself and his replacement in Genesis,
Phil Collins.
your boyfriend. Phil was
Yeah,
getting...
but when you say replacement, Phil had been in Genesis, but he stepped up to be lead singer.
Yeah, he came...
Yeah, he was still in the band initially.
Phil was on the drums, bashing away like a gorilla.
Hey, Baldy, get out the front and sing.
Said, hey, mate, can you sing?
Drop your passion about the Alamo and start singing.
Phil was getting a lot of radio play at the same time with his song Easy Lover. You know, Easy Lover. That had a synth horn instrument just like Pete did in Sledgehammer. A lot of people will say they were very comparable. Let's have a listen. This is Easy Lover. Right? Mm-hmm. This is Sledgehammer.
They're nothing alike.
Oh, come on.
Nothing alike. I'll say it again. Nothing alike.
But you have feelings for Phil, so you're always going to side with him. Well, let's get on the horn now.
Jam Nation.
You're away on the weekend. You're up in Brisbane.
I
How's
was.
things there?
Things are well, because last week, of course, was Father's Day, and I spoke to my dad, but I thought, Dad's nearly 90.
Wow.
He's 90 in January, and he's doing well, but, I don't like to leave it too long between going up to see him.
Sure.
I speak to him on the phone all the time, but I thought it was time to go and see him, and it was great. And I stayed with my brother, and we hung out. It was fantastic. And
Yep.
actually,
I tell you what, that picture you sent me of Cameron, he looks fantastic.
he
What's
looks good
working
in that
out?
photo, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks good.
Holding a cheesecake and eating it.
I thought he lost a lot of weight. He looks really thin.
Well, it was a slimming photo.
That is such a sister thing to say. That is such a sister thing to
Well,
say.
don't give him a compliment. It'll
No, he
kill
looked
me.
good. He looked good.
But actually, this is an early ghoulie. Let me do this. It starts last week. I went to a cafe with a girlfriend, and I said, I want to use their bathroom.
Of course you did.
And it's around the corner from the cafe, and there's a sign above the cafe, above where you pay, that has the code to the toilet. A letter and 4 digits. And when you've got to go to the toilet and you've got to memorise a code.
Yeah.
And when you go to the loo, you don't have your phone with you, so you can't take a photo of it or anything. So I had to memorise the letter.
Don't you take your phone to the loo?
No,
in
my
your
friend,
bag and stuff?
No, my friend was at the table, so I
Yeah.
just left it with her. I didn't want to take my briefcase in and put it on the floor in the toilet.
You have a briefcase
Yes, Brendan, I do.
No, you
I keep
don't.
my briefs in there, and I wish I had some spares.
You've got
this
that
day.
old lady bag that you put all your stuff in.
Yeah, that's my briefcase. It's my work bag. Thank you.
I lifted it the other day. I thought, what's in here, a bowling ball?
I carry an anvil at all times. So anyway, I went to the loo and it had this old, so trying to remember the code, and it had one of those old clicky codes.
the metal ones, yeah.
The kunk, kunk, kunk. Very stressful. Anyway, dealt with that. Then I'm at dinner with my brother on Friday night. Kerry, my sister-in-law, had to go out. So Cameron and I went out to dinner. Went to this restaurant that was in a bigger complex. Mm-hmm. Food was lovely, all of that. Halfway through, I said, I've got to go to the loo. And I went to the counter and I just said, oh, where's the bathroom?
Yep.
And she said, there's a code. It's our postcode. I said, I don't know. I don't live here. I don't know your postcode.
I dare say that you wouldn't know your own postcode.
No, I'd be hard-pressed to know that. So she gave me a 4-digit number again, as well as directions on how to find the toilet inside this big complex where the restaurant was.
Yeah.
So I was so stressed hearing the code and trying to memorise those 4 numbers that I didn't pay attention to the directions. So I'm wandering around, and finally I find the loo, and there's the keypad, and I'm trying to put in the number. And it's a different kind of keypad. It was one of those electronic ones. And I'm trying to remember the numbers. And by now, it's been about 10 minutes. And I get there, and my bladder goes, you're at the door. It's time to relax. Start to wet myself. And the first, I can't use the keypad. Doesn't work. Second time, yes, finally, I press the numbers. Doors open. Well, it's too late.
The doors have already opened.
The floodgates have opened. Can I just say, if you've got a cafe or a restaurant, let's go the old-fashioned way. Put a key on a giant Besser block. I don't care how embarrassing it is. Put it on a toilet roll. I don't mind.
Bring back the key.
Bring back the key.
Yeah. Keypads
with 4 digits and numbers. And it's our postcode. It's of no use to a woman with a leak of the bladder the size of a budgerigar who's on a hurry to get to the toilet.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Mission Impossible 8 Ghost Protocol was all about that.
I think it might have
Ethan Hunt loses bladder control. Sure, he can solve everything else.
Every woman listening go, right on, sister.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
Well, our next guest, he's been entertaining audiences on stage for years. He's set to tour around Australia with a show that takes aim at self-help gurus who failed him in his quest for happiness. How uplifting. We've spoken to this man, let's say it, Lawrence Mooney, when he had a book out about the topic, and now you're turning it into a stage show. Lawrence, hello.
Hello to you, Amanda. G'day, Jonesy. Hello, Sydney. I am going on stage. Embracing Your Limitations was running at the festivals earlier in the year. Went to Adelaide, Perth, Melbourne. So it is a sparkling gem compared to the pearls before swine that I cast over there. And it is all about, self-help and how it doesn't work. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work. Because of the word self. Don't get that person to help you. That person is no good. That person got you arrested, fired, addicted, obese. That person is no good. Ask for help, but not from that person, not from the self.
You're not referring to yourself as a self, eh?
I think he is.
I'm not distancing myself from any of those numbers,
But it's
Jonesy.
true. Have you noticed those Reddit threads? And they said, I ate chia seeds for a year, and this is what I learned.
Yeah. It does. Well, what normally happens is this is the pattern. You pick up something or start listening to something online. You change your behaviours for a couple of weeks. You give it a lot of lip service. This is amazing. This is the book that is going to change me. And then you drop it and return to square one with a greater sense of self-loathing than if you'd never started in the first place. You just go,
from experience there, Moon.
I hate myself. But it all started with Anthony Robbins back in the 90s.
Yeah, walking on fire and things.
Walking on fire, embracing the power within. Do you want to take control of your finances and reinvigorate your sex life? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do, Tony. And so I bought the 12 CDs for 3 easy payments. And I don't think I've listened to them all, Amanda.
Listen to any?
I did listen to some, and I was really into him. And it's like, this is a self-made man. I'm going on this journey. And then that ended up collecting dust, moved on to 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, latterly Sacred Art or The Magic of Not Giving an F.
Yes.
And, of course, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So Eckhart Tolle will tell you that the future is a construct. It doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. And to worry about something that doesn't exist is insane, yeah? Yeah, well, if I don't pay Origin Energy, they will cut off my electricity in the future.
So why don't you quote this man to them down the line?
Hello, have you heard of Eckhart Tolle? Oh, my phone's not working either.
Yeah, but it's like those sovereign citizens. You know, the
I know the sovereign citizens.
Aren't
yeah,
they great?
I love that.
I'm not
love
paying
those
rego.
clips.
I'm not paying tax. I'm not doing anything anymore. And then all of a sudden I'll get cancer. I go, oh, hang on, just can I get some chemo?
Yeah,
Can I get some government?
I love the knock on the window from the cop. It's like, can I see your license? I'm not giving you my license. I'm a sovereign citizen. And then the window comes in and they get tasered. It's like, hold on. In my society, there's no tasers.
They're not invented.
I love the fracturing of society that is going on, where people are declaring themselves sovereign citizens. But also, I suppose it talks about the great anxiety to want an answer. And we all want a silver bullet, don't we?
But are we looking at our own navels too much? And of course, there are times when we do need help. But the human condition isn't to be happy every minute of the day.
No, it's not. And the Brazilians have a great, and yes, they were a religion before they were a hairstyle. I mean, they were a nationality before they were a hairstyle. The Brazilians say everything will pass, including happiness. So when you're happy, that too will move on, and be prepared for times when you're a bit melancholy or feeling a bit down, and don't necessarily panic about it, because it too will pass.
That's right. Instead of waking up every day and saying, what mood am I in today? How am I? Let me look at myself all day. Let me think about myself all day. It's nothing good comes from that.
No, but if you are a self-help addict, I can help you out straight away, because I've read so much. It's always the same. Calm down, first of all. Stop doing a million things. You've got to calm down. It's essential.
Never tell a woman to calm down.
Oh,
You'll infuriate her.
No. Yeah, never say, hey, relax.
Yeah, that works.
No. So I'm only speaking to men here.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Calm down.
And focus.
Just focus.
Just one job at a time. That's all you have to do. And then once you've done that, small-term attainable goals, move on. Now, this doesn't sound hilariously stand-up right now, but when you come to see me live at DY or Ride or any of the other places, I'm in Canterbury and Rooty Hill.
Yep. Mount Pritchard. You going to Mount Pritchard?
Mount Pritchard.
Mount Pritchard.
Mount Pritchard, is it? Excuse me.
They won't let you in if you can't pronounce it.
This stand-up show is all killer, no filler. Just laughs a minute.
I'm going to go and call out, more filler.
I want more filler.
Do your Malcolm Turnbull thing.
Well, I will if you insist. Of course, we're in a great political time, when we're called on to vote yes or no on The Voice. And I just want to say, it's not The Voice by Johnny Farnham, but we are all someone's daughter. We're all someone's son, Jonesy. And how long can we look at each other down the barrel of a gun?
Indeed, Malcolm.
Well, not since 1997 when they were all banned. So that song was before its time.
Mate, this is what you're going to get. That's just a free sample.
This is just a little Whitman sampler. Yum, yum, yum. I like a bit of that. I like a bit of that.
To purchase tickets to see Embracing Your Limitations live, head to lawrencemooney.com.
I've got my own website.
Look at you.
Look at you. You've done so well. You've grown up. You're standing on your own 2 feet. Your mum would be proud.
Has he grown up?
That's a very good question.
Moonman, thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Nice to see you.
You guys are great. Great to see you too.
Jam Nation.
Do it for the gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
It's time. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000 and you can leave this place.
Absolutely,
Just
you can.
go.
But we will tempt you. One bonus question for double or nothing.
Got a long way to go before we get to that. Charlotte's in Miranda.
I like Charlotte Miranda, but no Carrie. Hello, Charlotte. How are you?
Very good.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well,
See,
thank you.
Working with Amanda each day, she's whip smart, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Whip smart.
So, Charlotte, let's see what we can do for you. We'd love to give you some money. We've got 10 questions here. We've got 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass. Doesn't matter how often you say pass, because we usually have time to come back and your thought processes may have kicked in by then, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Charlotte, good luck because here we go. Question number 1. What's the world's highest mountain peak?
Pass.
Question 2. How many competing teams are on the show The Block?
5.
Question 3. A pickle is made from which food?
A gherkin. No?
Question 4. Which Australian author wrote the famous children's book Possum Magic?
Mem Fox.
Question 5. There's a glass and a half in everyone is a slogan for which brand?
Cadbury's.
Question 6. Who beat the Sharks on Saturday night?
Who beat the Sharks? I should know that. Roosters.
Question 7. Last year, the Sydney Harbour Bridge celebrated which anniversary?
Pass.
Question 8. Tom Gleeson is the host of which TV game show?
Gleeson. Pass.
Question 9. Who is Australia's federal treasurer?
Pass.
Question 10. What kind of festival is held annually in Cannes?
The Film Festival.
Back to question 1. The world's highest mountain peak?
Is Mount Everest. Bugger. Too many passes.
Charlotte.
And we were actually very kind to you there through the way, because a pickle is made from a cucumber.
Yeah, a gherkin.
I wasn't sure.
A gherkin is actually a cucumber.
Yeah,
yes,
it's the same
I
thing.
thought that after I said it.
Question 7. The Sydney Harbour Bridge last year celebrated...
You know this.
I wouldn't have known this.
You know this. I'm a big bridge perv.
You are. You've been arrested several times. It was 90 years old last year. Tom Gleeson, do you know the show he hosts?
Is it? It's the question one with the comedians. I can't think of what it's called.
It's Hard Quiz. You're thinking of, have you been paying attention? This is Tom Gleeson.
I am thinking of that. Yeah.
And our national treasurer is Jim Chalmers.
Oh, that's terrible. Had no idea.
I must say, I would have struggled with that too, Charlotte.
Is it terrible that Jim Chalmers is our treasurer, or terrible you didn't know? Charlotte, it's Monday. There's a lot of smoke in the city. There's a lot of stuff
You've got
going on.
$100 to be going on with. Thank
the
you,
Sharks
Charlotte.
lost to the Roosters. Come on. Just it'll be okay.
Exactly.
Exactly. Good on you, Charlotte. It'll be back again tomorrow.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
So I kept seeing all these comments about Martin Short and people putting up clips of him in comedy shows and all sorts of things and saying what a great guy was. And I thought, what's happened? So I Googled Martin Short news to make sure he hadn't passed away. He hasn't, because he's one of the most loved people in the entertainment industry. But what's happened is this was people coming to his defence, famous people, fans, everyone, because someone wrote an opinion piece called "Why Do We Keep Putting Up with Martin Short?" He described him, the author's name is Dan Coy, he described him as being desperately unfunny, that he has an eager-to-please flamboyance that says he will do anything for a laugh, and how annoying he is, unbelievably annoying. Now, people were outraged at this because it's okay to say you don't like someone, but to say that Martin Short, A, isn't funny, but to attack Martin Short this way...
You can't attack Martin Short.
He's the nicest man in the world. And
remember he came in with Steve Martin.
He's so
Martin Short
lovely.
And Steve Martin.
And people responded saying things like, Martin Short isn't funny, doesn't even need an argument. It's not a thing. It's like saying the sun isn't hot. You just smile at the person that said that and hope they get the help they need. You're entitled to your opinion unless you think Martin Short isn't funny. I like that one. Everyone was just saying, famous people, non-famous people saying, leave Martin Short alone. And I think Martin Short's fabulous. Mm-hmm. But it takes a brave person to have an unpopular opinion, doesn't it?
That is true. That is true.
Remember that time we went to see Elton John and you booed him?
And
also, by way of accident, you booed the kids from Billy Elliot because they were going up on stage just as you unleashed. So it's an unpopular opinion to think Elton John is playing an encore that goes on too long. Everyone else is into it except you.
No, his solo for Rocket Man went way too long. It went for 11 minutes.
And the audience was loving it except for you.
No, the audience, everyone was growing tired.
How did
and then my get on with it boo came out just as the little kids of Billy Elliot walked out. That was unfortunate, but having said that, I'm not a big fan of child performers either. So
it takes a brave person to go to an Elton John concert and boo him.
Don't at me.
Well, the tribal drum's going to beat for this. Don't at me, but...
No offence, but it's true.
No offence, but it's true.
It's true.
Your unpopular opinion.
13 WSFM.
Maybe you're an Australian and you don't like Vegemite. The sort of thing that gets howled down whenever you say it.
Maybe
What
you
is
don't
it?
like zoos or circuses.
Well, no one likes the
Cirque du
circus.
Soleil. I got no time for Cirque du Soleil.
Even the French loins.
Oh, you just go, okay. You see a bit of it and you go, rightio.
It's a bit like popping bubble wrap. Pleasurable for a minute, and after that you say, let's move on.
Pop some French loin.
Don't at me, but ... What's your unpopular opinion?
Jam Nation.
Martin Short is one of the most loved personalities in Hollywood. He's such a good guy. And second to that, he's very funny. One
I don't know if he's very funny. He's
well,
good.
lots of people find him funny. He does
funny.
characters and things. And
Three Amigos, he was great in that.
yeah, and he's done Glick, he does all those.
Yeah, Jimmy Glick.
Yeah, does a whole lot of different characters and things. But a man called, or a journalist called Dan Coy has written an opinion piece saying why do we keep putting up with Martin Short? He said he finds him eager to please with his flamboyance that will do anything for a laugh. He's unbelievably annoying. His whole shtick is exhausting, sweaty, and desperately unfunny. Oh. He has been flooded with response. People have been all over social media saying, how dare you take on Martin Short? He's hilarious, he's loved, etc., etc. But it's a big move to have an unpopular opinion and to say it out loud. We thought we'd give you the chance to do that today. The tribal drum is beating for don't at me, but...
No offence, but it's true.
Jonesy goes along to see Elton John and then boos him when he takes too long to wrap up a song.
It's an 11-minute solo during Rocket Man, okay? Come on. It's just lazy. That means that he can just waffle on with the song.
You don't have to defend your opinion.
He could put another song, he could put in, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting or, Honky Cat. But no.
He sang all those songs.
Yeah,
he sang them all.
He blew that one out so he doesn't have to play other songs. It's an old trick.
Yeah, you were the only one in the room who's calling out boo.
I'm the only one that noticed. Liam has joined us.
Hello, Liam.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Okay.
Well, Liam, thanks for calling us.
Your unpopular opinion, we're ready for it.
I don't think you are ready for it. Clown doctors.
Yeah, it's about time someone said it, Liam.
I don't know if many people like them, but no one's going to call them out except for you, Liam.
Doctors.
Tell me why you don't like them.
Well, I've grown up and hospitals are a place of medicine and science and people getting well and all that sort of stuff. And then and I know I'm conflicted by this, but then you've got people going in with noses and horns and bugles and not taking it seriously. And I think if things are going to get done and people are going to get cured, it's got to be serious. You can't have people gallivant around with pom-poms and clown noses, you know what I mean?
I agree.
People are going to get killed like they're being murdered.
I agree.
But then you make the kids happy and it works. But I've never got it.
Yeah, I think clown doctors for little kids, great. But if you're an adult, and I've been in hospital a few times with motorcycle accidents and stuff.
Oh, but clown doctors don't come to the adults.
The last time, the Patch Adams was clown doctors everywhere.
That was for kids.
Oh, he was he'd go in and see an adult and Robin Williams and yeah, I'm with you, Liam. Clown doctors. They should be banned.
Liam, thank you. Brendan, you don't have to agree with every call. Let's put that out there.
I'm just saying, the man is speaking sense.
I know.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Jam Nation. You ready to rock? We're ready to roll. Kick it in the guts, Barry.
Martin Short is funny.
Well, even if you don't think he's funny, would you go out of your way to write an opinion piece saying he's not funny, he's eager to please, he'll do anything for a laugh, he's exhausting, sweaty, and desperately unfunny?
Oh, that's not fair.
That's what someone has done. A journalist has written an opinion piece about Martin Short, who is one of the most loved people in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. So people have come out pretty much saying, back off, boogaloo.
True.
It takes a very brave person to have an unpopular opinion.
But sometimes you do. Don't at me, but...
No offence, but it's true.
It's the tribal drum.
Tribal drum is beating for this. Hello, Tennille. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Great,
Very
Tennille.
well.
We've had clown doctors.
And we've had Jonesy booing Elton John. What's your unpopular opinion? We're ready to hear it.
I would never write an opinion piece because I think I'd lose all of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly don't see the hype with Magic Mike.
Oh, anyone in
Channing
particular?
Tatum.
Oh, him.
He doesn't really have a neck. He's a little bit too muscly. I don't feel like he's a natural dancer. I feel like he's been taught and hasn't learned well. I don't get it. And I feel like I'm the only woman in Australia who says so.
And what happens when you verbalise this with your friends, or do you keep this to yourself?
I've said it once, and let's just say I've never said it again because they thought I was mental.
Channing Tatum.
They've all been to see the show?
Yep.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm busy that night. I'm washing my hair.
Channing Tatum is not hot.
Thank you to Neil. That's exactly what we're after.
Peter has joined us.
Hello, Peter. What's your unpopular opinion? We're ready to hear it.
Good morning to you both. You're going to love this one.
Mm-hmm.
Rugby league.
Go on.
Those prima donnas that are overpaid, running around, they should go back to being brickies labourers or something and working for a living and then play the game on the weekend. I think the sport would be a lot better. And then don't get me started with the scrums. Like, what even need to bother with that? Should just be a tap.
Right, yeah. Well, Pete.
All right, Pete, as we're heading into finals after a couple of great games and a couple of heroic moments that we've seen.
You'll get that ad. Have you seen that new Telstra? It's really good about the footy bus that breaks down and they're running it right through the finals. That's what you'll get if you don't have professional players.
Yeah.
Do you want that?
Look, you don't.
Part of me kind of does.
Peter's allowed to have his opinion, and it takes a brave person to say these things out loud at this time of year. Peter, thank you for calling.
Thank you, Peter.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. And this is something we've just been talking about, character references for someone who's accused of a terrible crime. And we're talking about Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis apologising on the behalf of the character letter they wrote for Danny Masterson from That 70s Show.
That's right. Danny Masterson is an actor from That 70s Show. He has been sentenced to 30 years in prison, accused of 2 counts of rape, 2 separate women. There was a third count that he wasn't convicted of, but 3 women have accused him of things. So he's been charged and sentenced 30 years. It's a massive thing. It's come to light that his 2 co-stars from That 70s Show, as you say, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, wrote letters on his behalf to the judge saying he is of good character and could they think of that when they were doing his sentencing. They have now apologised for those letters. You know, they wrote the letters, I think, assuming that no one would ever know. And it's almost like they've got a gun at their heads reading their apologies.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or reach homicize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
Because how would you feel if you were a victim of this and then 2 very famous people say, hey, he's still a nice guy? It kind of undermines... It says your pain doesn't matter. Remember when John Howard spoke about George Pell, who was found guilty of several serious offences against young boys, not just as a sexual offender, but as someone who had enabled a whole lot of priests who had abused young men. John Howard, even after George Pell had been convicted, wrote a very glowing character reference.
Conviction has been made. He continues to declare his innocence and has lodged an appeal. In those circumstances, it is not appropriate for me to make any comment at all, and I do not intend to do so. Thank you.
No, but he did write a letter on his behalf talking about what an exemplary character he was.
That's the hard one, though. Imagine if you were an axe murderer and I didn't know you were an axe murderer, and then you're up there on the dock and they said, well, we need a character reference for Amanda Keller. And I'll say, well, look, I never knew her as an axe murderer. As long as you don't know about the crime that person was committing, you're just giving a character reference.
Yes, but what that says is all those people who died because I killed them, that means nothing, that their families aren't suffering for you to say, hey, she's a good person. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Particularly if you're in the public eye. Yeah. They didn't expect these letters to see the light of day. They were asked by Danny Masterson's family to do it, and they thought, well, we like the guy. We don't know him as a sexual offender. But what does that say to the victims of sexual offence?
What do you think? Character references for someone who's accused of a terrible crime. Does that pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
I demand entertainment.
Are you not entertained? Now give me your best shot.
That's entertainment. Deputy editor of the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie, is here.
Hello. Well, another day, another toxic workplace to talk about. This time, Jimmy Fallon, the host of The Tonight Show, and he's apologised to his staff after allegations of a toxic workplace. Jimmy Fallon, in case you don't know, host of The Tonight Show, comedian. He's hosted many of the Oscars. He's dabbled in a little bit of acting. But
Talented.
Saturday Night Live for a number of years.
Yep. He's very much got that reputation as very funny, nice guy of Hollywood, great at interviewing the stars, but apparently not a great boss.
What does toxic workplace mean? What are they saying?
Well, 16 employees, past and present, shared their negative experiences with Rolling Stone magazine, who reported this originally. They did a really thorough investigation. They also interviewed 80 additional past and present employees. Many praised Fallon as an immense talent, but nobody had anything positive to say about working on The Tonight Show. And a lot of it, they say, had to do with whether or not Jimmy was having a good Jimmy day, in inverted commas, or a bad Jimmy day. So apparently he's really moody and would snap at crew members or express irritation over really small things. And screaming at staff had been anecdotally reported. But also this sort of concerning side of it was that he either would smell like booze, or people thought they saw him drinking on set, that he was drunk on set, or that really bad days would be because he was really hungover. So that kind of drinking side of it has come to light, as well as this mistreatment of walking on eggshells. And it's, often we hear these sort of allegations and we wonder, is it the host, or is it the management, the crew? Who is it? It sounds like it really does come from Jimmy in this case, but that also there is senior management who might have kind of followed in his style of leadership.
In the old days, though, like doing a Tonight Show every night would be so hard. And in the old days, the hosts could be that. They could be aggressive. They could be harsh. You could have people cowering. Many workplaces are like that, particularly in the media. But these days, people don't tolerate that. And is that fair enough? I don't know. We all want happier workplaces, but a nightly Tonight Show is a tough environment.
Exactly. And it's considered, in comedy and in American television, that is the pinnacle. If you host your own Tonight Show,
pressure's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big deal.
But traditionally, these are roles that have always been held by, it has to be said, very funny white dudes. And yes, we do hear stories of this, and many of us will sort of think, and, if we've had toxic bosses or toxic workplaces.
Interesting, though, too, that they've like Ellen, James Corden, Jimmy Fallon, they are the people who've painted themselves as the nice guys. If you've painted yourself as an edgy person, you probably don't get people aren't as surprised.
Look at Letterman. Letterman pretty much got away with having it off with his staff members. And then he said, because that guy went to blackmail him, so he went straight on the front foot and said, okay, here's the thing. I've been having it off with these staff members. So he just got it out there straight away, and everyone praised him for it.
I think we feel a real sense of injustice when someone appears to be a kind person and we find out that they're not. There's something that just feels worse. Like it's like a personal hurt has occurred to us, because it's like, well, I believed you. I thought you were really funny and lovely, but you treat your staff really crap.
But people who are under that kind of pressure, I wonder who would survive that with their good nature intact.
Well, according to this report, all these staff joked that the dressing rooms for guests were their crying rooms, and they called them the crying rooms, where they just go and decompress and have a big teary sesh before a show. But I will say that Fallon, to his credit, did apologise straight away. He got on the front foot of this. On Friday, there was an all-employee Zoom meeting where apparently he said he was so embarrassed. He felt terrible. He felt terrible for them and their family and their friends, and he wants the show to be fun and for it to be inclusive. And the staff that did speak to Rolling Stone for the original report spoke to the reporter again following that apology and said it seemed really earnest. They could tell he was taking it really seriously. So I think that's probably a good sign of his character. But the show renewed its contract in 2021 and will run till 2026. So the network are sort of standing by it. They've said it's a show they're incredibly proud of.
I wonder if he'll reference it on air.
Yeah, well, you'd think he would have to.
He's going to have to.
He's going to have to.
You can't sort of hide from an elephant this big anymore.
That's like this show. You know what you get. When you work on the show, you know what you get.
And what is that?
You get great stuff.
Do you?
What is that? Great stuff. And wow,
stuff.
what an umbrella term. You've really covered all
hoping for some more specifics. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up to it.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. Character references for someone who's accused of a terrible crime. This has come to light after Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis apologised for the pain their letters on behalf of Danny Masterson caused. He was from that 70s show. He played Hyde in that show.
Yes, he was their colleague on that show and friend. He has been sentenced to 30 years in prison, 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 women in 2003. They wrote letters, character references on his behalf to the judge, and Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have now apologised for the pain that they may have caused people who feel that they don't believe victims of sexual assault, etc. They said, "Oh, look, we didn't expect." I'm saying I don't think they expected these letters to be made public. They did say they were only intended for the judge. Mm-hmm. But what does this do to people on the receiving end of terrible sexual assault who have to listen to famous people saying, hey, the guy's okay? We had this also with John Howard, who wrote a very glowing reference for George Pell after serious offences against young boys. Yes, he challenged those and was released from prison. But there's a big stench around it for a former Prime Minister to support him. What does that say to the victims?
But if it's just for the judge when he's sentencing and he's supposed to be impartial, he's trying to get a vibe of what this person's like. I'm not defending it, but the law is an ass, as they say. There's a lot of crazy things that go on in the law, and character references have been a big part
But it's always been the way. The person you know isn't the person who's committed those crimes.
That's true.
But does that, by saying so, it lessens how seriously you take the victims of these crimes. So the tribal drum is beating for character references for people who've committed serious offences. Does it pass the pub test?
For serious crime, no, it doesn't. Once they've done the crime, they get to do the time. There shouldn't be any sort of pandering to them or character reference because they've just destroyed it.
No, it doesn't pass the pub test. If you know someone's committed a heinous crime and you support them, then you're just as bad as they are. So to me, no, it doesn't pass the pub test. And Ashton apologised, but they know they've done the wrong things.
No, it doesn't. As a victim of crime, it doesn't. Because the seriousness of the crime, it doesn't pass the pub test.
Yes, it does pass the pub test. Look, I've actually written a character reference to somebody accused of a jailable offence, and you do it based on your knowledge of the individual. And that's basically it, with full awareness of the charges against the court. In my case, it was justified because he was totally vindicated in court. After the fact, if the conviction's been recorded, I don't think it passes the pub test. But if they're just accused, then I think it does pass the pub test.
Some interesting stuff that I'll remember that when your axe murdering past comes up.
Sure. And when that comes up, you let me know as well, because I've completely forgotten about it.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation. Podcast.
I've got an email here, and it's not for Gen Y Rye, which is a nice change. This is from Trish.
Hi, Trish.
Good morning, it's like a kid show. Hello, Trish. Good morning, WSFM. Just wanted to start by saying my kids and I love Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. It's our get up and go and the best laugh each day.
Oh,
that's
good.
nice. My 9-year-old loves Amanda. Oh, this is nice.
Of course she does.
And as such, wants to dress up as her for the school walkathon. I love this.
She can dress like you.
I was wondering if Amanda, by any chance, could let me know her most iconic look or what's her most common look so I can dress up my daughter or try my best as I'm a bit stuck. Oh, this is funny. She said she did want to go as both Jonesy and Amanda.
Oh, well, that'd be great.
But I told her I can't make that happen and asked her to pick one person. After a lot of sad faces and double-checking in case she could go as both, she's finally happy with her choice.
Hang on. Whoa.
She says, thanks for your time. I'd appreciate any feedback.
Well, look, I'll tell you this right now.
She can't go as both of us.
Easily go as
How?
both. Like Two-Face in Batman.
What did he do?
You know, he's got the half suit. You could have a half suit, so half of what you wear.
Which is what? I'm intrigued to hear you describe it.
The stylish outfit that usually what you're wearing today, for example. You got the denim ensemble and the big pants and the comfortable pants. And then me, you know, I wear motorbike gear most times. and my English Laundry shirt.
That you got for free.
Nice snappy shirt and some Kevlar-related jeans, motorbike boots.
But we can't expect Trish to style, to make an outfit that's half and half.
Why don't we get the wardrobe people from The Masked Singer? They always dress up Husey as some sort of freak with a half and half outfit, so they could do that. They could put it all together.
I reckon maybe we do like leather jacket on the top bit.
Mm-hmm.
And a skirt and some funky boots or something and statement jewellery, ladies. We do a mixture of us both.
Oh, so top half, bottom half.
Well, yes. I just think half and half down the middle is not going to work.
Yeah, like Two-Face.
Well, that takes an entire costume department.
Well, we've got people.
But I think
we
get the same effect with
machine.
upper half, lower half.
Yeah, you know.
I like the idea of this. Do we have her daughter's name here? No, we don't.
No.
But we should talk to her.
Or run it past her.
Run it past her.
I just think we could get out
I love the idea that she wants to go dressed as us for the walkathon. I love that.
We could get out the faff and fashion an outfit so it's half and half.
Trish, thank you for getting in touch. Here I'm seeing here the daughter's name is Zoe.
Okay.
Thank you for getting in touch, Trish. We will follow this up and we'll let you know what happens.
Jam Nation.
I guess we have to acknowledge the weekend of football. What a weekend.
The game with the Sharks. I was joking before when I said, whoa, isn't it great? It was so brutal with the Roosters and the Sharks that I'm so glad we won, but everyone should be in a giant Radox bath. It was so brutal. We had Tedesco off.
Yep.
We had Joseph Manu with a hamstring injury. We had Suali'i with a head knock.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, we were the walking wounded and won by that field goal by Sam Walker, who it was almost Shakespearean, had such a terrible year and bang, there it is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And if we could convert a few more field goals, it might have been a different story for the Sharks.
Well, we chased down the field goals. It was incredible.
When I was watching the game on Friday night, the Broncos and the Storm, did you see that?
I didn't see that one. Oh, no, I did see that one.
My God.
I know. They've all been like state of origin.
Ryan Pappenhausen. I feel my dad gene kick in when I watch him play. I just go, don't hit him. Don't please the kid. He's just made of. I just don't think he's right for the game, as far as his legs go. Because that other leg that he broke, compound fracture of the ankle. That was
so hard to come back.
And worked so hard. But it shows you how brutal that game is. And watching Kalen Ponga yesterday with Newcastle and Canberra.
Wasn't that an incredible game?
That was an extraordinary game.
And the bite in the middle of it?
The bite, Jack Whiten.
Whiten his teeth. I saw a funny tweet yesterday. Jack Whiten making the most of his teeth before they'll get surgically removed once he arrives at Souths.
But I'll say this, Penrith, are you kidding me, Nathan Cleary? Did you see him just run through the whole crowd? It was like it was like he's in the Matrix or he's the Flash or something. Does a little show and go, gets a try. Amazing.
Yeah.
So, well, congratulations to your Roosters. I don't know how you're going to go against the Storm.
Well, look, we're one step closer than we were last week.
I know that the Sharks supporters were very, very gentleman and sportsmanlike for Lara Pitt's cross on Saturday night.
For every minute of the sin bin, freaking out, stressing out about what was going to happen to his side out there. So a lot of tense. A lot of tense moments. Okay, that'll do, buddy.
Beat the Roosters.
Very sportsmanlike.
And did you see, though, they crossed to a Sharks guy who leered at the camera. Entire front tooth missing.
The guy with no teeth.
He was jealous of Jack Whiten biting into someone's arm. Wish I could do that. Distinctive bite marks.
It's a great game, NRL. It's a great game.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Are you ready to go?
Let's go. Go.
You're a go for landing.
Let's go, you dumb idiots.
Jem Rai is one of the people that works with us. He replaced Jimmy the Millennial. Jimmy the Millennial left this job because he was going to
just go travelling around Australia.
And as far as I know, he's still doing that. Jem Rai came along here and has delighted us with his presence.
Yeah, I was promised this job was meant to be really easy.
Well, it is pretty easy.
I have to get up at 4 a.m.
Well, yeah, but it is breakfast radio, mate. It's got to be on at breakfast time.
In the midst of all that, Ryan has become an influencer of sorts, and people have been sending him things. Quite frankly,
it started with grain waste.
It's annoying people. Here's an email that we got. Ready to hear this, Ryan? Some home truths.
Okay.
This is from Andy. Listening to the show on Friday, it was shocking to hear the entitlement and arrogance of Gen Y Rye talking about throwing drinks in the bin, etc., and belittling boomers for their negative comments about him. Perhaps it'd be good for your station to remember who your target audience is and that the cost of living crisis, hearing some entitled man sound so ungrateful and even refuse to donate goods he didn't want was unfathomable. Get this clown off the air.
Excuse me.
And see how he copes once he's lost his pseudo fame. Ryan, I'm going to save you.
Pseudo fame.
I'm going to save
It's
you.
not, the fame isn't pseudo, by the way.
It's happening.
That's right.
We're trying to save you from getting lynched.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is give your stuff away. Basically, we're going to call it Live Like Gen Y Raj. Let's explain how it's going to work.
Well, we've got a bunch of prizes. He is accumulated.
Each day there's a different batch that you get to sift through.
Ryan, you're going to have to read out the prizes that you have earned over this time, and then we'll have someone on the line, and they have to yell out stop for the prize that they like.
Yes, so Ryan's going to read them out.
Mm-hmm.
You need to say stop
And you
before
will get-
Ryan's mum goes off.
Yeah, blows up.
Ryan, clean this room.
The minute she says Ryan, it's all over.
When Mrs. Ryan blows up.
But it's not just having to beat the bomb, which is Ryan's mum. Yeah. You also have to choose when to say stop because there's a whole lot of prizes here and they're all mixed up. They don't necessarily go up in value. So you don't know whether the next one's going to be better or worse or whether any of them are going to be any good. So if you like the sound of something, you have to say stop because you will get just that last prize that was mentioned.
There you go.
It's as clear as mud, and I think
we're
you'll
all on
love
the
it.
same page here.
All right, if you want to play, why don't you call us right now?
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
Who's been eating my grain waves?
Oh, to be an influencer. What a life.
What a life. But people are getting their backs up. They're thinking, hang on, Ryan's entitled. Why is he getting all this stuff? And we think, you know what? They're right. So we're going to let you live like Gen Y Rye. We just ran through the rules
What do you
earlier.
mean at his parents' house?
And drive his dad's car.
Hey, it's a good life.
It's a great
Hey, he's
life.
got his own car now.
I know, with our pictures all over it. Who wouldn't want that?
What happened the other day? The airbag
Yeah,
light.
the airbag light is on, and then you told me just to, don't worry, mate.
Don't worry about it, it'll be all right.
And then I looked at the manual, and the first thing it says is, if this light comes on, drive immediately to a mechanic. You're giving me a bomb. It's a lemon.
When the oil light came on, you didn't drive immediately to a mechanic, did you?
I was busy.
Yeah, of course.
Well, let's see if we can give your stuff away.
Yeah.
Let's start
So,
with that.
mate, you've got to be nice about this. You've just got to read out all your stuff.
You've got to be gracious. Let's talk Heather through it. She's in Pitttown. Hello, Heather.
Hi, Amanda. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name? Who does the show?
What?
That's all right.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Now, Heather,
I'm
let's
used to
see what
doing
we
that.
can do for you here.
Sorry, Brendan, I forgot about you.
Yeah, that's
hello,
all right.
Hello,
That's
Brendan.
okay.
Hello, Amanda.
Hello, Heather.
Don't forget
Well
me,
done.
Heather.
And Ryan, let's see.
Hang on, listen,
And
I've been
Ryan,
here for
I'm
20
going to steal your prize, Ryan.
Well, the way this goes, Ryan's going to read out a stash of his stuff. Each
Yeah.
day it's different. But you have to say stop when it gets to something you want because that's the thing you win is the last thing he says. And you have to say stop before his mum comes in and says, Ryan!
Before his mum blows up.
This is what it sounds like.
Ryan, clean this room.
The minute she says the word Ryan, it's all over Red Rover. What do you reckon? You understand enough, Heather, to keep going?
Yep, I think I do.
Good luck. Heather, here we go.
Here we go.
A six-pack of better beer from the fridge? Hey, that's mine! An Audi pack?
Stop.
Stop. An Audi pack?
Really?
Wow.
An Audi is what I think it is, isn't it?
An Audi is an Audi.
Like a big wearable blanket.
Yeah, we're coming into summer. I know Pitttown gets cold, Heather, but come on.
Well, Heather, congratulations. You
Good
have
work.
won an Audi pack. We're going to make you listen now to where it would have gone. Let's have a listen.
A $100 Visa gift card. A year's supply of juice boxes. It better not come with a paper straw because they are useless. Oh, PlayStation 5.
Ryan, clean this room.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You're happy with your hoodie pack?
I hope you're happy with that, Heather.
Yeah. You'll be sweating up a storm.
So I get the PlayStation 5 then?
No.
Is that how this works?
No, that goes...
No, it's still good. No.
all
We're
part
taking
of
it all away from you
public
now, Ryan.
revenue now, Rhino.
All right, we're going to play it again tomorrow, so listen out.
Jam
Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Just for having a whinge, you can win $20,000 cash if you're our favourite ghoulie of the year, thanks to Heron Form's Machinery House.
Your one-stop machinery shop.
What have we got?
Regarding character references, if you don't know what someone's done in the past, how can you be held accountable for making a good character reference? Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher done nothing wrong. They did what they thought of the person at the time, and they shouldn't be held accountable. It is unfortunate for the victims, yes. But again, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher did what they thought was right at the time. Give them a break.
I must say, though, that they were writing to the judge about his sentencing. They knew what the charge was. They were just saying, be lenient because we think he's a good person. This wasn't, hey, just out of the blue, we think he's a great guy without knowing he was accused of 3 counts of sexual assault.
Yeah. What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies? Our household like a good online shop, so we regularly have parcels delivered. I work from home, so I'm often there when the parcels arrive. What gets my ghoulies is when the parcel is left right at the front door, in front of the screen door. I can't open the door to get to the parcel. I need to go out the back door and around the house to get my parcel. I don't know what people living in terrace houses do. Are they trapped until someone else comes home? Do they phone a friend to free them?
Having a parcel delivered when you're home. Normally you look out and they see, you get 2 seconds to get to the front door and then they drive off with it.
Well, the dude the other day came to drop off some stuff for my youngest son, and then he's just having a good gander in my house. And okay, mate, you're right.
Sometimes Harley's at home. They'll ring the doorbell. By the time he's gone to the doorbell, they've gone.
They're gone.
You get 1 second and then they're out.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all our ghoulies.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. Do it on the iHeartRadio thing, record it, and you've got it. It's 3 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins $300 to spend at Chemist Warehouse. Hurry into Chemist Warehouse, celebrate footy finals with their footy finals half-price vitamin
sale.
sale.
When footy finals come on, I think of vitamins.
Stock up on all your favourite vitamins today, but be quick.
They better have B12.
It ends September 24.
We spoke about the unpopular opinions today. This is because something you saw.
I saw an opinion piece saying how unfunny Martin Short was. Suddenly everyone else in the world has said, how dare you write like this about Martin? But it takes a lot, doesn't it, to have an unpopular opinion? The tribal drum was beating for, don't at me, but...
No offence, but it's true.
No offence, but it's true. Here's Liam from Busby.
Clown doctors. I've grown up and hospitals are a place of medicine and science and people getting well and I know I'm conflicted by this, but then you've got people going in with noses and horns and bugles and like not taking it seriously, and I think if things are going to get done and people are going to get cured, can't have people gallivant around with pom-poms and clown noses, you know what I mean? You make the kids happy and it works, but I've never got it.
Yeah,
I just think
agree.
people are going to get killed.
Can you imagine?
What happens in the hospital?
Your
It's a
hip
place
surgery,
of murder.
you've got a clown doctor in there and you've got all your bits on display.
I don't think they go to adults, do they? I think that was just his nose.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
I had a fabulous doctor, by the way, and he listens
did.
to this show.
You've
I
got
will
the best
praise
hips
him
in the
to
business.
The skies. Ugly Phil's up next. We're going to be back tonight for Jam Nation, so we'll see you at 6.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, ching, ching, oh, ching, ching, oh, goodbye. Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.